Welcome back to the show, KontroNaija, the platform where we give young people the opportunity to talk about issues as it affects them. KontroNaija is powered by WakeUpAfrica360.com. Now, before we went on break, we're talking about the issue, are Nigerian youth really lazy? And I have with me, he has been on the show before we went on break, Mr. Ayodeji Phillips. Welcome back, sir. So before we went on break, you talked about the fact that a lot of Nigerian young people, juggle multiple businesses in order to be able to have multiple streams of income, and that is what we call hustling in Niger parlance. But I'm asking if everything was as it should be, if the society was structured in a way that things work the way they should be, is it actually commendable for young people to, have all these businesses that they do, just to be able to survive?
To me, it is not commendable because, as you rightly said, if things are being in place, rightly in place, it should not, it shouldn't be, it's not commendable, rather. So, but as we find ourselves that the economy is not encouraging, so therefore, what we need to do is like myself now, like I could tell you, I've been making references to myself. I have multiple source of income.
Yeah.
Fine, I can teach, I can go extra mile. Okay, let me do home teaching and all that. And at times I do go into Uber, though I don't have my own personal Uber. Let me just follow a friend, let me just do this because
Yeah.
I believe like for me to sit down and be idle, a lot of things can come in. And from there, if I can get like one or two things, I believe it's going to be something. I was told of a man that can do 3 minute job in a day. So,
Wow.
fetching of water, pushing of truck, then at night we do another job such as selling bread and egg. In fact, when you look at such a man, it prepares you to do a lot of things. So how on earth, if my strength can go a long way, if my strength can carry me, why won't I do it? But I still refer to that. It's only a lazy youth that will walk around and around for just give me this, let me be satisfied. If I don't work, I don't deserve to have an outlet. Most of our youths still want that luxurious life because they don't want to work. So for me, as a person, all form of hustling is allowed.
Allowed.
To me, is allowed in as much as legit.
Exactly. I was going to come to that because I mean, hustling is a right word, but then it can be misconstrued because there are some vices as well that young people get involved in, all in the name of hustling. So we have to be careful, even though we try to portray hustling as a positive thing. Now, I was going to ask your perspective and your narration is that Nigerian young people are not lazy. And you've actually come up with a lot of arguments to buttress that. But then when you look around, especially the city of Lagos, you also tend to see a lot of young people, just hanging around, not doing anything. So when you look at that situation, you may tend to want to believe that notion that Nigerian youth are actually lazy. So what do you have to say about that?
If I'm to, and most time whenever I'm walking down the streets of Lagos and I'm to see youths of my age sitting down early in the morning, get parlor, taking all sorts of illicit drink, at times I just look at it and say, well, these are the main people the fellow is talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how on hell do you have something you're doing, something that is fetching, no matter how little it is, you'll be serious with it. Not to wake up early in the morning and start like, okay, let me go to get parlor, let me go to joints, take all these things. Fine, you might be taking it for your own health issue, but it shouldn't be something that you just sit down 247. And I do blame it on those people that are like, okay, fine, they do go out early in the morning just to go and drink and this. If you have something tangible to drink, you will not be found there. To me, they still boil down to the fact that they will now, when you ask them, there is no job, the government did not provide. What have we done to the government so that government will provide these things? So I believe if they themselves can sit down and look inward, like I said earlier, if they can look inward into the okay, what is it that I'm good at?
Yeah.
What is that particular thing? I've seen some people, they're like, okay, fine, I don't want to be idle. They, God used me to like, okay, just take 1,000 and buy sachets of water and they sell it. And today the fellow is living fine.
Wow.
So a lot of people out there, what I see in them that makes them to be lazy is that they are always like, okay, I'm ashamed to start. I don't want people to see something that me, I'm a graduate and this. That's just portfolio, right?
Mm.
It's seen as portfolio. If God blesses an old level holder, you can employ a graduate. And that graduate needs to I mean, if I needs to calm down, for him or her to attain that particular thing he's going to. So for we to like make it in life, I believe we youth, or in order for we to upon that particular statement, we
Mm.
need to be open.
Yeah. Interesting. Interesting. Now let's look at the psychological aspect of that particular statement. You know, when the statement was made, there were lots of reactions. Now, the Nigerian young person that has been described as lazy, how do you think it affected the psyche of our young people? You know, in encouraging them to strive. You know, you're doing something or you're not doing something, and then someone puts you in a box. How do you think it has affected their energy
Uh,
to do
to,
positive things?
to me, for a right thinking fellow, the fellow should wave it aside and move ahead. But if you want to dwell on it that, oh, they said I'm this and that, definitely you are lazy because you are allowed that particular statement to derogate you. To me, I believe that when I heard that statement, I was just like, well, not to me personally, but to those people that move to those people that are like, give me this, give me that hide you. So
Mm.
for me now, okay, I believe that if I'm to set out for work daily, I believe solemnly that that statement is not for me. But for those that are always at home, like, this and that, waiting for someone, I have it of recent, someone got my number, I was like, okay, fine. It managed for the first assistant, which I did. The second one I did. He now made it the point of GT. I look at him, guy, you are a young guy, I'm a young guy. I'm also hustling. Then, guy, why not go out and do the same thing? I decided to stop giving it because I believe in that if I can teach you how to fish, not by giving you fish.
Exactly.
So those people that like the statement it can never affect those people that know where they are going to. Or it can only affect those people that are only myopic in nature. That oh fine, they said I'm lazy. Definitely they don't know where they are going to.
Okay.
So once you know where you are going to, my dear sister, I believe we can get a long way.
Okay, so having said that, what are the few things you think Nigerian young people should do to change that impression about them that they are lazy? What are the things you think they can do to change, that impression? Because it seems like the older generation, a lot of them seem to have that impression. What do you think we can do to change it?
It's my own little perspective, and the only suggestion I can just give out is that for we youth, for we to change that particular perception, we need to be up and doing. Like now, let me use myself as an example again. I'm aspiring to get a particular thing. I know that okay, my fund is yet cannot achieve it. I had to like fine. Let me start under a particular criteria. So if we all can have that particular mindset, I must not be idle.
Hmm.
I I I have a mindset that if I'm to stay in a day without doing anything, it's as if I'm sick. So
It's as if that day is a waste.
how many of us have that particular mindset? At times before I go to bed, I'm like, okay, what is my benefit for today? If I
Hmm.
cannot account for something tangible, then means I need to sit back and read.
Wow.
That's to tell you that okay, fine, definitely I've not achieved that particular day. But that means that the whole 24 hours of that day is wasted.
Hmm.
And how many 24 hours will I still know that if I'm going to have the same opportunity?
Exactly.
So if all youth, if you can have that particular mindset, okay, fine, this particular day I have a goal. Fine, you might not be able to achieve that particular goal, but out of 100%, we should be able to like at least achieve 60. All goals set are not melts, but you need to strive. When you strive towards it, fine. There are some people out there looking at you that okay, fine. let him or her try first, then we are ready to help.
Mm.
So if we all our youth can come out, then by coming out, we're like, okay, fine, this is what we need to do to change their perspective.
Mm.
Then they will not, okay, fine, they've tried. There's the, I'm sorry to use this word now, there's this Yoruba that say, Omo to ba shipa mi o bi e gbe. We cannot want to, if you want to carry a child now, the child is doing like this. Will you be able
Oh,
to carry it?
no, you won't.
Now, but when the child is trying to raise up his or her hand,
Okay.
fine, this fellow want me to
Help.
assist. So,
Okay.
but in the other way around, when the youth think that, okay, I'm this and that, being pompous and you have nothing of self. You are like this, now there's nothing on hand. You have nothing at hand. So who will help you?
Mm.
So we all out there can just try that to find. Let me do this. And I believe people will help me. I do help myself before people come in. When we have that particular mindset, that let me help myself
Yeah.
first. When they see me struggling with it, then they can be of help.
Wow. Thank you. So, Mr. Ayodej, I'm going to ask you one last question because you've really actually made a lot of points. So, I'm going to ask you a direct question. Are Nigerian young people really lazy?
No.
Thank you so much.
You are
It's been
welcome.
nice having you on the show. Thank you
Pleasure.
so much. You actually weathered the bad weather and you came. We really appreciate you. Thank you
You are
so much.
highly welcome. It's a pleasure.
So this is the end of this edition of Control Niger. We do hope you have enjoyed it. You have picked out certain lessons out of it. And then moreover, you have seen that indeed the Nigerian young person has a voice. Stay with us on the next edition of Control Niger, powered by wakeupafrica360.com. I remain Akuda Bingoing. Bye for now.